What is going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So what we have here is my first initial teams at the most recent Super Boss Kizuna Clash 15-star difficulty. So let's go ahead and talk about this one first, which is up against the DEX variation of the Super Boss. So what we're doing here is we're going to be using the Robin and Crocodile friend captain. I tried a lot of different things, but nothing was really working. Like, I literally failed this boss like 3 or 4 times in a row because I kept like missing certain stuff, and honestly, just using them as the friend captain, as annoying as it is, the main reason why I opted to do it is to just get rid of this pain debuff. This pain debuff is just so annoying because having to manage your HP to get to that low HP threshold, when you fall below 20% HP and you activate, when you've activated a special ability, when Rox is your captain, you get the HP guard, which can prevent the pain debuff from doing anything. But you know, when you end up using Ace, the pain debuff activates first, and then the captain ability gives you the HP guard, and then trying to manage your HP to get down to those low HP thresholds so that you don't have to worry about the pain debuff, it just ends up not working really all that well. And then also, one thing I did overlook initially was the fact that when you reach the final stage, if you don't have over 99% HP, then the enemy will give you 10 turns of despair. Completely overlooked that one, which definitely meant that I had to, you know, change the team up a little bit. So that's why I'm running a lot of despair removal via the supports on this team, which is obviously not really ideal. Obviously, if you can have some type of way to be above that 99% threshold when you move into this stage, you don't have to worry about the despair. But a lot of teams are not going to be capable of doing that. So by using the friend captain of Crocodile and Robin, we don't have to worry about the pain debuff, meaning we can just straight up use Ace immediately, which will get us to that low HP threshold. It puts up the HP guard, which means we don't have to worry about the burn debuff that we're inflicted with, and also it means that when we activate the Rush Sugo special of the Rush Ace of the Rush Law, should I say, Law versus Blackbeard, then we don't have to worry about the HP cuts, which means we legitimately get like the full rush, which is really cool. Now, another component of Law, like, he's really good. Like, don't get me wrong, Law is a phenomenal unit, but he is a little clunky in terms of how he works, because yeah, like, the captain swapping stuff and getting his special to launch twice is the main benefit, because when you activate the Rock special, you want to have an orb boost already on your team. The enemy has Intimidate, which gets rid of your orb boost, or its attack boost and color affinity boosts and all that, but it's just really clunky because you want to activate the Law special when you have a final tap attack bonus on your team, and if you do have that, then the orb boost is activated, and then you activate Law's special ability, which gives you the attack boost, which is fine. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to have the support of either Sai Zora or the Sai Beppo Sunnykun character, because that gives you a 1.2 or a 1.3 conditional boost against defense down, and because Law gives you a defense down guaranteed through immunity, and then you have the exchange Ace, which can give you his ignited conditional boost and double stacking conditional boosts. It just gives you like extra damage that you wouldn't normally have, and unfortunately wasn't able to do that. Another really annoying component about this fight is that the bottom right character is just essentially like, you can't use the character's effects at all throughout this content. This is really frustrating, and the reason why I put Yamato here is because we can use the switch effect to just generate a final tap bonus for us, and that just gives us just the ability for Law to get all of his components to activate. So that's the reason why we are running the team in this specific way. I did see some people were opting to use the free-to-play Sulong Beppo, which I think is actually a really good option, because you can get the final tap bonus to actually be extended by quite a significant margin there. And overall, the team does work. It's not going to be the best team moving forward, and of course this is just my first initial team. It gets the job done, so we'll see how deep it goes into this Super Boss Kizuna. 上陸だ。 Alright, moving things on to the Mihawk and Perona Psy-type difficulty super boss. Now, for this boss, they definitely designed this fight around having both of your captains being 1, Rox Pirates, and 2, Roger Rayleigh Gaban. what happens is when you reach the final stage, the enemy has Rainbow Shield and Threshold, and they have gimmicks that will occur if you remove those defensive effects off of the opponent's side of the field. So by having Rox and Roger as the captains, we can just set their Rainbow Shield and Threshold to 0 when we reach the final stage, and it won't actually remove those gimmicks. So be careful about what characters you put on your team, because if a character, it might be good in theory, but if they've removed those defensive effects off of the opponent's side of the field, then that's really going to be really detrimental, and it's not going to allow you to get your effects to work as you would want. So be very, very cautious of that. We end up using the EX super here of Roger Rayleigh Gaban because it removes 1 turn of all enemies buffs, which means that we can get rid of the damage limiter and we can get rid of the % damage reduction based on our slot. So just works out perfectly there. And because of the Roger support that we attach to Ace at the start of the quest, it generates a tandem slot straight away, and by keeping that on stage 1, it means that we can activate the super tandem boost and the super tandem of the Roger Rayleigh Gaban and Rox Pirates immediately on stage 2. So I am using a friend captain that is a rainbowed version of Roger Rayleigh Gaban, which enables us to get like huge amounts of damage because of that, having a 3 times damage bonus via their super tandem, which is just absolutely insane. Now I do make slight errors here with this team. I'm not 100% sure the best way around it, and again it really comes down to Law being clunky, because I want to use his special to use his special twice and then use Rox to get the set target status. However, things are a little bit weird because another reason why Law is good is because when you activate his special when you already have an orb boost activated, you end up getting the overheal buff on your turn, on your team for 1 turn. And that's fantastic because that is one of the components that allows Rox Pirates to use their EX Super. EX Super for Rox is very powerful as it gives a 50% resistance down against the opponent. And I think it gives Super Type to Strength, which again is another really cool component as well. But unfortunately, the team doesn't really work that way because of the fact that, you know, Law just being a little clunky. So unfortunately, couldn't really squeeze some type of final tap damage bonus effect on the crew in any way. So that's why the team is running the way that it is, but still we can have some pretty cool components going on here. You know, obviously we get attack boost, orb boost. We're going to have the effect of Rox with the set target status. We're going to have Roger Rayleigh Gaban, which give enhanced color affinity, and also the advantageous class effect, which gets enhanced significantly as well. We do have this random free-to-play Garp on the team. He's one of the units you can use to trigger the super tandem of Roger Rayleigh Gaban, so you can kind of activate it a little bit earlier than you kind of would expect throughout the turns, allowing you to have another character that is high damage actually get full abuse out of the super tandem. And also, the Garb actually gets around the special reverse that we're inflicted with on this final stage. You get 2 turns of special reverse, and then Garb with double special launch is able to get around that for you, which is great. And of course, using Ace once again to get the double stacking conditional boosts and his amazing effects as well. And it just works really well. Like, this team, when you look at it right now, obviously this is really early, so we aren't able to see all 6 taps. Again, not really too sure how much damage this team is capable of doing, but it seems okay for now, so we'll see how things go, and we'll be uploading a couple more videos as we get deeper into this event, as we kind of do a little bit more exploring in regards to how we can build better and better teams against the Super Boss. But hopefully you enjoyed this video today, and if you did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. And that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.